walk through again this article you're about to post on prisonplanet.com and the different facets.
Alex, the basic details of this. Chinese mainstream media, as well as French mainstream media, but no English language media whatsoever, are reporting that the RAND Corporation has presented a proposal to the Pentagon, which basically asks that the $700 billion that has been earmarked for the bailout, and we know that number's anything up to $5 trillion or more, instead be used to finance a new war against a major foreign power, under the pretext that that would reinvigorate the stock market and the economy. Now, the targets of that new war are Russia and China. Also mentioned was Iran and another Middle Eastern country, and even Japan was mentioned as a possibility for the reason that Japan holds the most U.S. debt.
Oh, my God.
So RAND is lobbying the Pentagon to attack Russia or China, but they stressed in the proposal that the war could not be against a small country like Afghanistan or Iraq. And in fact, the analysts for the Chinese media said that North Korea could have been a target, but ruled it out because the proposal directly stresses that it has to be a large, influential foreign power.
Now, Paul, be sure and make the point that RAND is at the highest level of decision-making. I mean, they are the most important think tank for executive action. Militarily, they're the ones that commissioned 20 years ago, at least, to have MIT come up with what they call the control grid over the American people. Now, last year in MIT Magazine, the face-scanning cameras, the police training us. RAND wrote up how to domesticate us at the airports, train us to have no rights, then do it on the streets. Very cold-blooded, very wicked. And most of what they propose is implemented. They propose the microwave guns. They proposed having Delta Force and police train and the military do drills in cities 20 years ago to condition us for the future military occupation. And now, Bob Chapman, what concerns me most is we have all these world leaders saying huge military crisis coming in the new year that will be very unpopular. And I guess they already snuck attack Russia through Georgia. Do you think they're really that out of control that, I mean, that's what PNAC says. They say, we've got the power, why not go for it? I mean, just totally evil on the face of it.
Well, I think that because of these cryptic messages from Powell as an example, that others already know about this who are in the inner circle, so to speak. And I think he was trying to give a warning, and like Eisenhower did at the end of his term. And I believe that they are going to do it. I don't see anywhere else they've got to go. I mean, if you look at what's going on worldwide, the U.S. Treasury and the Federal Reserve are, through swap agreements or loans, are supplying every government in the world with money to keep them afloat. Some of them are bankrupt, some of them aren't. Some of the banks are bankrupt, some of them aren't. And the same thing in the financial field, whether it's in brokerage houses, investment banks, or insurance companies.
But how do you attack people who've got intercontinental ballistic supersonic missiles?
Well, they obviously are willing to give up cities like New York, maybe even Washington, and other major cities to take out Moscow and other large Russian or Shanghai, Chinese cities. Look, if they go after Russia, China is going to get involved. There's no question. And so it would be Russia and China against the United States and their NATO allies. And quite frankly, I think it's a war that we could easily lose.
Well, yeah, I mean, the special forces are going to, the ground troops are going to start using theater local nukes, anti-personnel nukes, and then the Chinese and Russians are just going to pull them out.
It'll escalate to the highest level of destruction. And half the people in the world could die.
Well, this isn't the
goodness knows what's going to be left because of all the radioactivity that's going to be in what used to be major cities.
I'll tell you what concerns me. I've always watched people's body language, and I've watched a lot of Russian body language by their generals. Their generals look completely freaked out and scared. but in a strong way. They go on TV and they say, we know you're encircling us with nukes. We know you're getting ready to sneak attack. I mean, we can pull these clips up. Do not do it. We've got special forces basically in your countries. A lot of Russians are going home now. A lot of Chinese are going home. The 10 richest Jews in Israel left this year. Stay there, Bob Chapman. Stay there, Paul. Folks, we're not the ones saying this. They're the ones doing it. And I know you can't believe out there in the land of milk and honey this could happen. We have psychopathic globalists running things, okay? We'll be right back.
We're on the march. The